With so many course hosting platforms out there, how do you know which one's suitable for you? Well, what I'm going to do in this video is break down my experience with Thinkific after hosting my courses on there for about 3.5, 4 years. So this is going to be a video where I run through my experiences, what's worked, what hasn't worked, and whether Thinkific would be the right platform for you to host your courses on. Let's get into it right now. Hello and welcome. My name is Romney and I'm a course instructor, and I've got around about 40,000 students that use my courses across a number of different platforms, including Thinkific. So Thinkific is one of those key platforms that you can use to host your courses on. You pay a monthly fee, and therefore you need to go out and pretty much attract an audience to bring them to your courses, and they can use your platform to view your lessons, to do the downloads, and to really do everything you need to, including processing payments and things like that as well. Now, there are other course platforms out there that you can host your courses on without like a monthly fee. So you've got Udemy and you've got Skillshare, and there's a couple out there as well. But Udemy and Skillshare are probably the most popular ones and probably the most well-known. Udemy has approximately 58 million students on that platform. Skillshare about 28 million students. What you need to know if you're using a hosting platform like Thinkific or Teachable or Kajabi or Podia is that there's a monthly fee that you need to pay. You can either decide to pay it monthly or as an annual fee. So the Thinkific plan, there are a number of different options you can choose from. So I'm going to go through those pricing options, then we can have a look at whether hosting your courses on Thinkific and students being able to download resources and you processing your payments and creating subscriptions or memberships or bundles is going to be available to you on Thinkific. And I can show you the courses that I've uploaded and how I've found processing those payments and linking them up to my email. We're using Kit or ConvertKit to ensure I tag those students correctly. So let's get into that now. One of the most important considerations that most people that are looking at a hosting course would consider is the pricing. Now you can toggle between the annual pricing or the monthly pricing. If you want to save 25%, you can go to the annual pricing, which means that you pay one lump sum, which would cover you for 12 months. If you're on more of a budget and you want to go through to monthly planning or monthly payment plans, then you can start on this level. What are the main considerations here? You need to look at what is included. So both have unlimited courses. When I talk about both, I'm talking about the basic and start, which is what most people go to. The grow plan, that's a much higher level, which will obviously give you a lot of different tools. You can see the sales tool that's available here. The difference between the basic and the start is that start will give you the opportunity to create different bundles and packages. You don't get that with the basic level of $49 per month. If we go to the annual pricing, it's $36 or $74 per month. I think that's the main one because they also offer unlimited courses for both the basic and the start plan. You also can see a side-by-side comparison here with different things. I wouldn't worry too much about live lessons and digital downloads and things like that, or even advanced HTML editing. The main things you really want to know of: can I put multiple courses on there? Can I build, if I've got multiple courses, a bundle package that I can put together? Can I create different memberships so that people can join up that way? So personally, I'm still on the start model or the plan, and that has given me everything I need. I've now gone to paying that annually, so I've paid the annual fee in one-off. I was on the $99 plan if I go to the monthly pricing, but now that I've got 12 courses and it's going really, really well, I've jumped on to pay annually. The Grow program, that's another level up, as you can see, lots of different things. I won't go through too much of the Grow program because probably a small percentage, maybe 10% of people choose that one. That's more for larger businesses, or if you have an existing course or courses that you are doing all right with, but you want to transfer it to Thinkific, that might be the plan for you. So that's the plan that's the pricing plan if you want to look at how Thinkific compares. In regards to comparison of fees, Teachable and Kajabi are a fair bit more expensive. So if you want to go and look at Kajabi and Teachable, you'll see that the prices are a fair bit different. But that's something that you might like to look into a bit further before you start here. But let's also look at the tools. So I'm going to jump onto my account right now. We can have a look at some of the tools that are available. And so this is my internal dashboard that I can look at all of my courses. These are the ones that I've currently got loaded up. And you can see on the left-hand side, you've got communities, digital downloads, memberships. You can also look at the marketing. You can look at sales. You've also got bundles, so you can actually bundle your courses together and create different products and pricing for that as well. You can do coupons, so that allows you to discount certain courses with pricing. You can look at the users analytics as well. There's quite a few things that you can do. The other thing which I found out the other day, thanks to someone that was actually helping me with one of the courses that they were actually accessing, was the mobile app. So the mobile app allows you to permit students to be able to gain access to their courses via the app. Now, it's not automatic. You actually need to go through the process of getting it on and turning it on, which I've done. So I've activated the Thinkific app, and that means that my audience or my students can go onto their phone and they can access all their courses that they purchased through Thinkific. Now, when you actually go through this process, if you want to create landing pages, it's very, very easy. If I go to this one right here, what you end up doing is going to the build product page, and then you can build everything out on the product page. Very, very easy to do. And on the free 2-hour training that I provide in the link below in this video, you'll find all the details you need to build a product page just like this. So you can go through, you've got the banners, you've got the hero image that you can add up there. You've got different size and alignments. You've got different buttons that you can add. There's a lot of different things that you can do for your courses. You can add videos, testimonials. You can look at each of the different subject areas of the curriculum. So there's really everything you need regarding the building of the side of things. And then if someone wanted to actually view the course or actually purchase it, let me just show you this as an example. We got a product link, and we can actually go, let's just go here, plug it in. And then when a student goes through to enroll in the course, this is actually how it's all going to be structured. So you can see creating framework, and this is perfect for what students need. It's nice and easy for them to actually go through each of the lessons as well. So the structuring of it and adding lessons is very, very simple. So that's how that would look. This the other dashboard as well. If people were wanting to purchase a course, that's how the dashboard would look. So hopefully that element helps you when deciding if Thinkific is right to host your courses, and some of the tools and resources that you have at your disposal to get everything set up. And one of the other main components of consideration is the payment portal, and how students, when they're purchasing your course or purchasing a bundle or subscription, how do they pay? Well, you can actually set up the payments as well. If you go down to your settings tab, you can get the site details, the site URL. You've got a course landing page and details. You can remove Thinkific branding if you want to. You can customize different elements right there. If we go to the learning content, you can change the primary colors. You can add your logo onto there. You can do social sharing. There's different language settings. And if we go to payments, then that's the payment portal. You can set up Thinkific payments. So there's different payment options you can see with Thinkific payments. Fees start at 1.7% or 30 cents. And then you've got subscriptions, order bumps, admin, tax collection. But if you do Stripe or PayPal, you can see that they're not actually allowing now with subscriptions to use PayPal. They used to, but they now don't allow that to happen. So that's one main consideration. I think they're really trying to direct people to go through to Thinkific payments so that you have a high success rate and get the subscriptions. That's one thing I probably need to also consider whether it's something that I should use. I've got Stripe currently connected here right now, and I've also got PayPal, which is connected. But it is something I think I should probably look at with Thinkific payments. You can also got orders and accounts. You can set everything up there. If you've got tax information and how they can collect it for you, and you've also got code and analytics. So that's some of the main information which I think you should know about in regards to payment portals and how your customers or your students will pay for the courses when you have them uploaded with Thinkific as the hosting platform. Let's finish with who Thinkific is probably most suited to and who it's not suited to. So if you're someone that is fresh and starting off, you don't have an audience, then maybe consider Udemy or Skillshare as those first course platforms that you can place your courses on to drive some traffic and to get people to be aware of who you are, your brand, your courses. Now, you might consider creating like light versions of those courses on Udemy or Skillshare. Then what you can do, once you build up that audience and momentum, you can then have a premium course that you can host on Thinkific. Now remember, you will need to drive your own traffic and people to your Thinkific course. You might find that the Google algorithm can pick up your course and might push it out to different places, but more than likely you're going to have to do the heavy lifting when it comes to that. Now, I chose to create a YouTube channel which talked about my courses and what I was doing in the world of self-publishing. Therefore, I was able to create a bit of buzz around the courses that I have published over the time, and I was able to then direct people to that. I've also got lead magnets which might be talking about different areas of the self-publishing. There might be free downloads. Therefore, I'm able to get email addresses and subscribers, and I'm able to use Kit to automate emails that go out to my audience. And in those emails, there might be things about my courses that I have. So there's some considerations. So if you're fresh and starting out, then be cautious of using Thinkific unless you can generate course sales by knowing people that are interested in your course already. But if you're fresh and you don't have any audience or anyone that knows about you, maybe try Udemy to start with, because you're not going to be paying that monthly fee. But once you do get that momentum, I highly recommend that you do put your course on Thinkific. I've found it a great way to build my bundles and subscriptions. Therefore, it's more of a passive income stream. Udemy discount your course so much that you hardly get any money per week or day or month from Udemy if they're discounting your courses so much. So just be mindful of that. The hard thing is, I recommend maybe creating your course before you start paying the monthly plan. It might be worthwhile taking out the 30-day trial period, using that time period to create your course, have it ready to go and hosted on Thinkific, and then you can go from there. But please remember, I do have my free training, which it covers everything over a 2-hour period for Thinkific. I've also got my download, a free download, which you can go ahead and check out as well, which I'll put all the links in the description below. So I'm hoping that this transparent look at Thinkific is going to help you. If you're already on Thinkific, you'll know the benefits of it. If you're not, then have a look at Thinkific. Use my link if you want to get that 30-day free trial. Check out the other platforms, but I'd recommend that you do seriously consider Thinkific, because look, nothing that I've had over my experience has been negative. It's all been good. and they're always improving integrations that you can use between email and subscribers and linking it up with your course and payments. There's been no issues with that at all over my journey of using it. So hopefully that it helps, and I look forward to providing more content about this topic in the near future. So until then, goodbye.